Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Remember we were kids and they all said, hey, whatever you want to do, make your kid a left-handed pitcher. Make them play baseball. They'll play forever. Forget that. I want a quarterback. That's what I want to raise. In this era where you throw it around like crazy, you put up numbers like he did in his last game.
Last week, almost 500 yards. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. So big pickup that time, and Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it here. This is James White. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And now the Chiefs offensive starters.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes rolling to his right. Completes it to Hardman. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Now, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, this is caught inside the 15. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Going deep here for Watkins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 63 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And it's caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Mahomes throwing on 4th, being chased out left. And that is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Richard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rudolph. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Randy Gregory just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop. On 2nd down now, Richard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again. Continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches in production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on.
It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 63 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Richard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense not getting out of their lanes.
And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Rudolph. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. Here's another first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the draw, Richard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Richard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. He was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got it to Williams. Williams loses the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Going, and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense off the offense, now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. 2nd quarter down on the scoreboard, you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat,
and got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Flushed out right. It's complete. James White. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. To try again after the sack, Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We begin with an AFC West battle in the Golden State as Oakland is down south to take on the LA Chargers. And it is the Chargers that have the lead in the second quarter. Ryan Tannehill has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Aaron Rodgers, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 16-13, your final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go play fake. Mahomes. And they're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 61 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, this is Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This will be caught just inside the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your...
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Rudolph.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
We got this.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back to the air, Rudolph. He gets this one to Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Rudolph going to throw again. Complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. Washington's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
53, check 53. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Richard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get...
He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Holding. Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This is Richard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Rudolph. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Snell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jared Cook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. After the interception, here's Rudolph. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they have taken the lead. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, It puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it, and he did there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 6. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Snell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the carry, it's Samuels. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
This one complete to Lacy. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for KC, and even 50 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the toss, here's Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rudolph. And And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Got an open man. It's Washington. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rudolph now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Rudolph. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On the draw, here's White. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And with time to factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen,